Good morning, afternoon, evening or night, whenever you're watching this, welcome. I've got a brief window of time while my girlfriend is meeting up with a friend of hers in town, and I thought that between dropping her off and picking her up, I'd come and see what I could find at this old Woodland dumpsite. Let's see what modest treasures I can find. I have already spotted one thing, basically at my feet where I stopped to film this intro. A teaspoon, cupro nickel, probably once silver plated. I'll take it. It's a site that I've filmed at before, and it's the site that first introduced me to bottle digging and dumpsite larking when I was a child playing with my best friend. I can't see any new digging activity here, and I searched it fairly thoroughly during my last visit, so though my tastes might be different today, like liking bottles I didn't fancy then, it's still likely to be a very short video. That said, I didn't have a scraping tool with me last time, and I do today, and I'm sure there'll also be surface finds that I missed. Interesting, featureless, but well made. A ceramic disc glazed on one side. I guess it's probably a game piece, but I don't know for sure. A small piece of cobalt blue glass rod. The last time I was here I found some big pieces. I have already had a scrape around in the little bank of earth that they were sticking out of, hoping to find some more, but no luck. This is where I scraped, while trying to avoid damaging any of the plant life. I think I've spotted something potentially interesting. Looks like a toy vehicle. Oh wow, it's lead. I find fragments of these, wheels and small torn pieces, and this is almost intact. It's an ambulance, with a man clinging to the back of it. I should be able to find out what model of vehicle it is and roughly how old this toy is. I think this might be a future restoration project. Aveeno's brand lightning cough syrup, one that I've found quite a few times before. I'll leave it. And I expect I know what this one's going to be. Yep, a ketchup or similar sauce bottle. I've just found something interesting to me and trying to make sense of it. It's a hole, a seemingly natural hole. Looks like the entrance to a small cave. I'm going to check my bag, see if I've brought a torch with me today, or my phone at a push. Nope, no torch app on my archaic phone, and no torch in my bag either. So it's eyes only and what the camera can see, which hopefully shows that the hole goes off downhill under where I'm stood. I'm going to take stock of its position for a future visit with a spade and a torch. There are a few known caves in the area, and I don't think that this is one of them. Vulcanite bottle stopper. Pattern on top, no branding. Not the most interesting of finds, but not bad in the context of this picked-over, played-out farming community dump site. A very dark amber jar would probably have contained something that would degrade in ultraviolet light, a medicine maybe for animals, and it can be the centre point of a pile while I head elsewhere. Think I'm going to head down into and through the holly trees. I did find something interesting there last time, a spelter sculpture of a horse. A bit of a slide and I saw something. I found these little round bottles before, quite often really, but never seen one with its lid in such good condition. Wouldn't be at all surprised if the scent of the cheap perfume it contained has been protected. I didn't find much in the holly bush this time, but this steep bank is clear and there's a few things sticking out of it. A bottle. Sauce bottle. It can go back. There's an aqua-coloured bottle poking out over there, we'll get to it, and the handle of a cutlery item. It's a fork. Don't find these as often as I find spoons, but more often than I find knives. The vulcanite stopper in a bottleneck. Baldwin's of Todmorden. That's certainly one I haven't found before. Local town and some local history I can look into. Oh, this is going to be awkward. My feet are in a precarious position and I need my hand empty of stuff to film extracting the interesting looking bottle. Sorry for what I'm sure is terrible footage, and now let us see what the strange bottle is like. This trough is something I've not seen before, and no words embossed, but still the ridges that declared the poisonous nature of whatever this bottle once held. A lovely little find. Oh wow, that's a sweet little perfume bottle hiding in a crevice in a dry stone wall. For how long? 50 years? A century? And now I want to search all along the wall, in the gaps and in the soil. It is, of course, probably futile. I'm not going to dig, and so I'm not at all likely to find anything else really good, but I am very happy to have found the bottle in the wall. I'm down now near the bottom of the site, about to leave, and I found this brass wrap thing, which probably decorated something wooden, rotted away now, perhaps a hat stand or the leg of a table. There are other things down here, rolled down the hill, bottles and broken things. It's kind of steep, not really easy to film here, and I'm out of time. Okay, one last find, nearly out of the sight now. It's a nice transferware piece of a large mug, depicting somebody resting against a postbox. Oh, and the monogram on the postbox is V.R., Victoria Regina. The first postboxes in Britain were installed during her reign, the 1850s, I think. And now, with a little more urgency, I must go. A roundup time. Is it worth doing a roundup for such a collection of footage fragments? Well, I don't know, but I am doing one. I didn't actually fully intend to make a video there. I filmed an intro as a matter of course, just in case, and failed to film enough scenery and travelling footage to warrant a theme music intro to follow it. My actual aim in going there was to kill some time, get a bit of exercise, and maybe find one or two things on camera that would be cool enough to put out as shorts videos. I've just learned how to make them out of landscape GoPro footage, and by the time this goes out I will have put up a clipped and cropped copy of me finding the lead ambulance. Shorts videos do reach potential audiences that my long-form videos would never reach. Hopefully that might mean some people find my videos who wouldn't otherwise, and I hope that me putting them out doesn't wreck anyone's playlist enjoyment. A lot of people watch my videos to fall asleep to, and I don't want to interrupt that with a discombobulation of shorts videos. Hopefully they go on a different sort of playlist. The finds from this little outing were surprisingly good, and that's why I put the clips together in a short video. I was hoping to find more blue glass rods. I don't really know why, I probably have enough, but I wanted to see if there were more hidden in the hillside behind these ones that I found on my previous visit there. I didn't really want to find bottles. I have rather a lot, too many for my small spaces, and these few that I brought home will push some of the more ordinary ones out. The ones that have to move on get taken when I visit old ruined buildings, mostly farmhouses, and mostly one in particular quite close to where I live, and I put them there for other explorers to find. At the time of filming this, all bottles and all but 2 jars have been taken off to new homes. I do wonder if the people taking them watch my videos. If so, and you want to, then by all means let me know. Perhaps I know some good mudlarking spots that you might like, and vice versa. I did gently take the lid off this perfume bottle, and the scent is indeed still in there. It can remain there. It's not bad, it's just not especially nice either. The lead ambulance is, for me, the star find of a lark. Finding it immediately made me want to try to restore it and make a video of that process. I don't know if it's really feasible. Lead is so soft that irrevocably damaging it would be easy while trying to fix it. I've been watching toy restoration videos for ages, and I don't think that I've seen one focusing on restoring a lead toy. If you know of one, then please do share a link to it if you can. It is a project that I would really like to attempt, but if possible I'd like to see an expert doing it before me. I'm very inexperienced at restorations. I'm curious about the scene in this transferware image. It's a bit stylized, but I think it should be possible for somebody who knows the street to recognize it, if the buildings are still the same. I'm curious about the slouched figure too. I thought he was wearing a uniform largely because of what appears to be a sigil or badge or something on his sleeve. The hat as well looks possibly like a postman's hat circa 1941, but it's not clear enough to be certain, and other details cast significant doubt on that. For instance, near his feet there are boxes which are arranged in a way that could be a shoe-shining operation, or maybe even a political soapbox on which he might soon stand and proselytize. There is also, on the other side of the postbox, somebody leaning up against it holding a broom, probably either a street sweeper or a chimney sweep, and the archaic style of broom suggests Victorian, not 1940s. Either way, I really do like the artwork. I like finding cutlery, particularly copper alloy ones. I'm not entirely sure why I don't really display them, keep them in a box. Also, there's something about them that makes me slightly uncomfortable with the idea of melting them down, or dissolving them in acid to separate the copper out of the alloy. Not to the level of, say, the idea of book burning, but certainly there is a part of me that thinks of them as precious as they are, corroded and bent and entirely without use. Perhaps I should figure out a way to display them, or use them in craft things, or stop bringing them home. I'm unlikely to do that. I found a tiny bit of copper wire and some brass staples that will go into the box of things to melt. I hope that you've enjoyed this shorter than usual, but not as short as a YouTube Shorts video. I think that's grammatically correct. Any appreciation or complaint that you wish to express is greatly appreciated. A big thank you to everyone who has, through various avenues, expressed appreciation, whether that be by just quietly watching my videos, pressing the like button, the subscribe button, writing a comment, replying to somebody else's comment, sharing a link to my videos on another platform. It all helps. A big thank you to all the kind people who've donated, supporting my activities, hopes and dreams with monetary gifts through Ko-fi, super chats during premieres, super thanks on video pages, and purchases from my video-related Amazon wishlist. It's made more difference than I can begin to calculate, and I hope I never loosen my grasp on the gratitude I currently feel. Thank you all very much for watching, and for now, goodbye.